Welcome to Science Store online classes.
Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.
Next, you have some sentence type of problems. What you have to do is first you have to read that sentence type of problem. After that, you have to form inequality representing that sentence type of problem. Okay, and you have to solve that inequality. That gives you the answer of that problem. Okay. So now you have this question. Ravi obtained 70 and 75 marks in the first two unit test. Find the minimum marks he should get in the third test to have an average of at least 60 marks. Okay. So now by reading the question, what we can write? There are three tests. Okay. There are how many tests? There are three tests, and in that three tests, two test marks we are given. Ravi obtained 70 and 75 marks in the first unit test. Means 70 in the first and 75 in the second unit test. And you have to find the minimum marks he should get in the third test. Okay, third test marks we are not given. We take that as a x. Okay, so let x be the marks scored by Ravi in the third test. Okay, and you have to find what? You have to find the minimum marks he should get in the third test to have an average of at least 60 marks. Okay, he has to get marks x so that average of these three tests will be at least 60 marks. Okay, so average is at least 60. At least 60. By looking at this, how we can form inequality? Average should be at least 60. At least 60. At least means which symbol we can use? At least 60 means what? 60 or more than that. Okay. Equal to 60 or more than 60. At least means in that you have to equal to 60 or greater than 60. Okay. So together we can say greater than or equal to 60. So whenever you have a word at least, then you have to use, for at least you have to use greater than or equal to. Okay, so you have to keep that thing in your mind. Okay, so in the answer part you start like this. Let x be the marks. These are all rough steps. If you want, you can write that in a pencil inside of your notes. Okay, actual answer is like this. Okay, let x be the marks scored by Ravi in the third test. In the third unit test. Okay, and what we are given that what we are given average should be at least 60. Average is at least 60. Average is at least 60. Average is at least 60 means how we are taking average that we do later. I'll write a mathematical form of this. Average is at least 60 means greater than or equal to 60. Okay, so by looking at this sentence, average should be at least 60. You can form inequality like this. Average is greater than or equal to 60. But how you are taking average? Suppose you have 3 test marks, then how you are taking average? You will add that all 3 test marks and you will divide by 3. That gives you average. So that you have to do on the average side. Okay. So average side you have to take the total of that 70 plus 75 plus x. 3 test marks total you have to take and you have to divide by 3. That is what? That is average. That is greater than or equal to 60. We can simplify here. 70 plus 75, that is 145, then plus x as it is dividing by 3 greater than or equal to 60. Now in this inequality you have only one denominator. If you have only one denominator, then you have to multiply throughout that inequality by that denominator only. So multiplying by 3 on both sides, would we get 3 into 145 plus x dividing by 3 greater than or equal to 3 into 60. Or you can take like this, cross multiplication. So then into by 3, that will go another side as into 3. Okay. So by multiplying by 3, what we get like this, and here 3 by 3 that cancels. So then now would be left with the 145 plus x that is greater than or equal to 3 into 60, that is 180. Okay. Now here, sorry, 145 this one, 145 plus x greater than or equal to 3 into 60, that is 180. Keep only x on the left. So x is greater than or equal to 180 plus 145 this side as 1 minus 145. Okay. And that gives you what? X is greater than or equal to 10 minus 5 is 5 and 7 minus 4 is that is 3. Okay. X is greater than or equal to 35. So that implies what? What we taken x as x is the marks scored by Ravi in the third test. So that third test mark should be 35 or more than that. Greater than or equal to 35 means equal to 35 or greater than 35. So greater than or equal to 35 means equal to 35 or more than that. Means what is the minimum marks he has to get? Minimum marks he has to get in the third test to have an average of at least 60 marks, that is 35. He has to get a 35, not less than that. Okay. 35 or more than that. So then only his average marks will be greater than or equal to 60. Okay. So therefore minimum marks he has to get, he means Ravi, he has to get in the third test, is how much? Is 35. Okay. So that is the answer of this problem. Next problem is this one. To receive grade A in a course, one must obtain an average of 90 marks or more. Okay. Average here has to get one must get average of 90 or more in 5 examinations, each of 100 marks. Okay. And if Sunita's marks in the first 4 examinations are 87, 92, 94 and 95, find the minimum marks that Sunita must obtain in the 5th examination to get a grade A in the course. Okay. So there is one condition to get a grade A in the course. What is that condition? That average marks should be equal to 90 or more. Okay. Average of 90 marks or more in 5 examinations. One must obtain a average of 90 or more, equal to 90 or more than 90. Means what we are given, average of that 5 test marks should be greater than or equal to 90. Greater than or equal to 90 means 90 or more. Okay. To receive grade A, one must obtain how much marks? Average should be 90 or more than 90. Okay. That you have to keep in mind. So now by reading the question, what you understood, there are total 5 examinations. Okay. And in that 5 examinations, in the first 4 examinations, Sunita obtained like these marks, 87, 92, 94 and 95. Okay. There are 5 tests, 5 examinations, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 examinations. In the first 4 examinations, she got 87, 92, 94 and 95 marks. Okay, these are all rough work and fifth examination marks we are not given. Okay, that is unknown now. So we take that as a x. Let x be the marks scored by Sunita in the fifth examination. Okay, that we have to find now. Okay, and what is the condition? Condition should be like this: to get grade A, she has to get average average at least 90, means greater than or equal to 90. So that we are given. So we start with that. In the answer part, we write let x be the marks in the fifth examination. Or if you write in detail, let x be the marks scored by Sunita in the fifth examination. Okay, and how to find x? To find x, you have to use that condition. Okay, she has to get a grade A. To get grade A, her average marks should be greater than or equal to 90. 90 or more means greater than or equal to 90. Given that average should be 90 or more. Okay, using that we are forming inequality expression: average of 90 marks or more. Okay, so that so by this what we can write inequality. Which inequality we can write? Average should be 90 or more, means greater than or equal to 90. 90 or more, greater than or equal to 90. But how to take average? Now there are 5 examinations, right? So how you take average of 5 examinations? You will take the total of these 5 examinations and you will divide by 5. That gives you average of 5 examinations, right? So we do that here left side: 87 plus 92 plus 94 plus 95 plus fifth examination mark x unknown we have to find, dividing by, there are 5 examinations, right? So total of that dividing by 5 greater than or equal to 90, that you have to carry, and you add all these marks. Okay, 87 plus 92 plus 94 plus 95, 5 plus 4 9, 9 plus 2 11, 11 plus 7 18, 1 left and 9 into 4 36, 368. Total of these 4 test marks is 364. You just calculate in the calculator. 368 you will get, then plus x, carry that, dividing by 5 also, greater than or equal to 90. Now only one denominator is there, right? So to cancel that, multiply throughout the inequality by 5. So then now you will get 5 into 368 plus x dividing by 5 greater than or equal to 5 into 90. Okay, and here into 5 by 5, that cancels. So what we left with the 368 plus x, that is greater than or equal to 5 into 90, that is 450. So here what do you get? X is greater than or equal to 450. You have to keep only x on the left side. 368 you send to another side as minus 368. So that gives you what? 450 minus 368. 10 minus 8 that is 2. Then 14 minus 6 that is 8 and 3 minus 3 0. So x is greater than or equal to 82, means Sunita, she has to get in the 5th examination 82 or more than that. Okay, greater than or equal to means equal to 82 or greater than 82. So she has to get either equal to 82 or more than that. Okay, more than 82. So minimum marks she has to get in the 5th examination is how much? That is 82. Okay, so that therefore Sunita must get minimum 82 marks in the fifth examination. In the fifth examination to receive what? To receive grade A. Grade A in the course. Okay, thank you. Next problem is find all pairs of consecutive odd positive integers, both of which are smaller than 10 and such that their sum is more than 11. So now you have to find all pairs of consecutive odd positive integers, and you are given condition on that ordered pairs. Okay. So here you are asked to find pairs of consecutive odd positive integers. Always pair means there will be two. Okay, so two consecutive odd positive integers you have to find, and always consecutive odd positive integers that will be in this form. Okay, two odd consecutive positive integers will be in the form x comma x plus 2. For example, if you take 3, then next odd integer will be 5, that you know 5. How that 5 is? That is 2 more than x, okay, 2 more than 3. And if you take a 5 as a first order, then what will be its next order? That is a 7. How that is? That is 2 more than 5, okay. So always you keep in mind that two consecutive odd integers will be in the form x comma x plus 2. Okay. So we start with that. Let the two consecutive means a continuous. Okay. Consecutive odd positive integers be x comma x plus 2. Okay, with that you have to start, and you are given how that odd integers will be. Okay, both of which are smaller than 10. Both of which are smaller than 10. How we can write that symbolically? Both means x as well as x plus 2. Both of which are smaller than 10 means less than 10. This is also less than 10. We are given this condition, both numbers, both odd positive integers should be less than 10. So using that we got two inequalities, and one more is there, such that their sum means what? Their sum means x plus 2. Their sum means you have to take the sum of that 2. Okay, their sum should be how? That is more than 11. More than 11 means greater than 11. So these are the conditions given to you to find pairs of consecutive odd positive integers. Okay, so you have to write like this: given that x less than 10, x plus 2 is also less than 10, and this one, and their sum. Now you have to simplify these inequalities. This is already in a simplest form, don't touch that, keep that as it is. Okay, x less than 10, that is already in a simplest form. Now simplify this by taking to another side, to the right side. So then you will get x less than 10 to another side as minus 2. So x is less than 10 minus 2, that is 8. Okay, so this is another condition for x, and simplify this, then you will get a third condition on x. Okay, x plus x, that is 2x, then plus 2, that is greater than 11, and 2x you keep on the left side, send it to another side as minus 2, greater than 11 to another side as minus 2, and 2x that is greater than 11 minus 2 is how much? That is 9, right? Now x is greater than 9 into 2, you have to send another side as by 2. Okay, so 9 by 2, what is 9 by 2? Answer, just calculate in the calculator, you will get 4.5. So x should be how? That should be greater than 4.5. So now how we taken odd or positive integers, consecutive odd positive integers we taken as x and x plus 2. I'll write in ordered pair form, okay, x comma x plus 2. First one is x, second one is x plus 2. So therefore required odd positive integers x comma x plus 2 are okay, we taken in ordered pair form x comma x plus 2. So how we can write two odd positive integers, okay, not two, how to write two odd positive integers here. See here we have a condition x greater than 4.5, here you have x less than 8, here you have x less than 10. You have to write x so that satisfies all that three inequalities, x less than 10, x less than 8 and x greater than 4.5. X should be greater than 4.5. X means first place you are writing, no, that odd integer should be greater than 4.5. Okay, which odd number is greater than 4.5. And the odd number which is greater than 4.5, first odd number which is greater than 4.5 is what? That is 5, right? First odd number, odd positive number which is greater than 4.5 is 5. So I will start with 5. If you take x plus 5, then what is x plus 2? 5 plus 2. 5 plus 2 is 7. Okay. So one ordered pair we got. And next after 5, which is next odd positive integer, that is 7, right? So if you take x plus 7, whether that satisfies all that three inequalities. See this x, if you take this as x, this is less than 10, first condition. Second condition, that should be less than 8, it is less than 8 and this is already greater than 4.5. Okay. So this satisfies all that three inequalities. So if you take x 7, then what will be x plus 2 for this 7 plus 2? 7 plus 2, that is 9. Okay. And which is the next odd after 7, which is next odd, that is 9. That is not satisfying this inequality, right? X should be less than 8. You have to take a odd number that should be less than 8 according to second condition. Okay. If you take a 9, 11 or 13 like that, that is not satisfying a second condition. So after 7 you cannot take any odd number as a x. Why? Because that does not satisfy this condition as well as that also if you take more than 10. Okay. And you cannot take a odd number which is less than 4.5, because here third condition is there that x should be greater than 4.5. Okay. So less than 4.5 we cannot take. So only two ordered pairs you will get satisfying all that three inequalities, means given conditions in the question. Okay. So these are the two ordered pairs which satisfies these three inequalities. Okay. Thank you. Next one is find all pairs of consecutive even positive integers, both of which are larger than 5 such that their sum is less than 23. Okay, same type as previous problem. Now you have to find what pairs of consecutive even positive integers. Always consecutive means continuous. Okay. Continuous even positive integers. Always two consecutive even positive integers will be in the form x comma x plus 2. Okay. For example, if you take a 2, what will be next even integer? That is 4, right? If you take a 4, next will be 6. If you take 6, next will be 8. You can see that these second one is how, that is 2 more than the first. Okay. 2 plus 2, that is 4. 4 plus 2, that is 6. 6 plus 2, that is 8. So always two even consecutive integers will be in the form x comma x plus 2. Same type of two consecutive odd positive integers also. Okay, x comma x plus 2 form. And start this with the that letter the two consecutive A1 positive integers b, positive integers b x comma x plus 2. Why we taken 2? Always a pair means there will be 2. So let the two even consecutive positive integers be x comma x plus 2. Like that you want to start. Okay. After that you just see the question, what are the conditions given on that you have to write in the form of inequalities. Okay. So what we are given, both of which are larger than 5. Both of which means both x as well as x plus 2. Both of which are larger than 5. Larger than 5 means greater than, symbol you have to use, greater than 5. This is also greater than 5. So x is greater than 5 and x plus 2 is also greater than 5. Both of which are larger than 5. For that we form a inequality, and such that their sum is sum of that 2, x plus x plus 2. Their sum should be how? That should be less than 23, less than symbol, less than 23. Okay. After writing these inequalities, what you have to do? You have to simplify these inequalities. Okay. So what is this? This is a given thing in the question. So given that we are given these conditions. Okay. This is already in a simplest form, x greater than 5. So don't touch that, keep that as it is. Now simplify this by sending to another side. So x is greater than 5 plus 2 another side as minus 2. So from this what you will get, x is greater than 3. Okay. This is another condition on x, and simplify this also. X plus x, that is 2x, then plus 2, that is less than 23. Now keep only x term on the left, that is 2x less than 23 already there on the right side, plus 2 you send another side as minus 2. 23 minus 2, that is 21. Okay, left side you have 2x and less than symbol as it is. Now you have to keep only x on the left, so you have to do what? You have to send into to another side as by 2. Okay, into 2 send another side as by 2. Now 21 by 2, that gives you 10.5. Okay. So what is the third condition on x? That x should be less than 10.5. Okay. So now to write pairs of consecutive even positive integers, you have to use these three conditions. Okay. So which pairs are satisfying these three conditions? We check. Okay. Therefore at the end, therefore required pairs are. Required pairs means pairs which satisfies all these three conditions or all these three inequalities. Required pairs are required pairs. How we take an x comma x plus 2. Okay, we take in ordered pair form. Required pairs x comma x plus 2 are how that are which pairs we can consider. See, x should be greater than 3, greater than 5 and less than 10.5. Greater than 3 and greater than 5. Greater than 5, you take a greater than 5. Greater than 3, if you take a even number which is greater than 3, first first even number which is greater than 3 is a 4, right? But if you take a 4 in x place, then that does not satisfy this inequality. So you cannot take a 4. Okay. So next after 4, which is the next even number? Even number after 4 is a 6. Right? Can we take a 6? Let's check. Okay. 6 that is greater than 5. 6 that is greater than 3 we can take, and 6 that is less than 10.5. Okay. So 6 satisfies all these three inequalities. So you can take a 6 in place of x. Okay. If you take a 6, then what is x plus 2? What is x plus 2? 6 plus 2, that is 8. After 6, what is next even number? Next even number after 6 is 8, right? If you take a x 8, then what will be x plus 2? 8 plus 2, that is 10. Can we take it 8? 8 whether satisfies all three inequalities? 8 is greater than 5, okay, 8 is greater than 5, 8 is greater than 3, and 8 is less than 10.5, we can consider, okay. Next, after 8, which is the next even number, that is 10, right? Can we take 10? 10 is greater than 5, satisfies first inequality. 10 is greater than 3, satisfies second inequality, and 10 is less than 10.5, satisfying third inequality also. We can take 10. If you take 10, then 10 plus 2 is what? That is 12. And can we take a more than 10? If we take a more than 10 even number, for example 12, then 12 is not satisfying this third inequality, that x should be less than 10.5, strictly less than 10.5, means greater than 10.5 even numbers you cannot consider. So here after 10 you cannot take any even number as x, and less than 6 also you cannot consider. Why? Because x should be greater than 3 and x should be greater than 5, and less than 6. Why we cannot consider? Why? Because that x should be greater than 3 and greater than 5. That condition is not satisfied by the even numbers which are less than 6. Okay. So only 3 ordered pairs, 3 pairs of consecutive even positive integers you will get satisfying all these 3 inequalities. Next one is the longest side of a triangle is 3 times the shortest side, and the third side is 2 centimeter shorter than the longest side. If the perimeter of the triangle is at least 61 centimeter, find the minimum length of the shortest side. Okay. See here you have a triangle. For a triangle you have 3 sides, right? So 3 lengths we are given, 3 sides of a triangle we are given in terms of shortest side. So we take that shortest side as a x. Okay. So we start with that. Let the shorter or shortest length or shortest side be x. X. Why we taken shortest side as x? Because all 3 sides of a triangle we are given in terms of shortest. So for that reason you start like this. Let the shortest side be x, and how the second length will be? Before that, longest side of a triangle is 3 times the shortest side. Longest side we take that as a second side. Okay. Longest side is how? Longest side of a triangle is 3 times, means 3 into 3 times what? 3 times the shortest. Okay. 3 times the shortest side means shortest one we taken as x. 3 times the shortest means 3x. What is that? That is the longest side. Longest side is 3 times the shortest side. So this is the second length, second side, and the third side. And the third side is how? Third side, how that is? Read that sentence. And the third side is 2 centimeter shorter than. Shorter than means you have to less. Okay. Shorter than how much? Shorter than 2 centimeter. So minus 2. 2 centimeter shorter than what? Shorter than the longest side. 2 centimeter shorter than means minus 2. Okay. Minus 2 of what? Minus 2 of the longest side. What is the longest side? That is 3x. Okay. How you are given third side? Third side is 2 centimeter shortest than the what? Longest side 3x. Okay. So 3x minus 2 is what? That is the third side. And how to form inequality? To form an inequality you have to read next one. That is, if the perimeter of the triangle, okay, given that, what you are given that perimeter of the triangle is at least, I already said for at least which symbol you have to use? You have to use greater than or equal to. At least how much? At least 61 centimeter. Okay. So perimeter should be greater than or equal to 61, at least 61 means greater than or equal to 61. But what you know about perimeter of a triangle? Perimeter of a triangle ABC means AB plus BC plus CA, sum of all the three sides of a triangle, that is called a perimeter of a triangle. Okay, so now you have three sides x, 3x and 3x minus 2, sum of all these three sides, that is nothing but perimeter. So under perimeter you have to write sum of these three lengths. Okay, x plus 3x plus 3x minus 2, this is what this much is perimeter, that should be greater than or equal to 61. Now simplify this left side, x plus 3x that is 4x, 4x plus 3x that is 7x. Okay, so left side you have 7x, then minus 2, only one number is there on the left, and greater than or equal to 61. Now keep only x term on the left, 7x greater than or equal to 61, send this minus to another side as plus 2, 61 plus 2 that is 63, and greater than or equal to symbol as it is, left side 7x as it is. Now keep only x on the left, so x is greater than or equal to 63 into 7 another side as the by 7, and 7 once, so 7 how many times, 7 9 times 63. So x is greater than or equal to 9, greater than or equal to 9 means what is that x, we taken that as the shortest side. So what is the minimum length? Shortest side should be either equal to 9 or more than 9. So what will be the minimum length of the shortest side? We are asked to find the minimum length of the shortest side. Shortest side is greater than or equal to 9, means the minimum length of x or shortest side is how much? 9 centimeter. Okay, by looking at this we write therefore the minimum length of the shortest side is 9 centimeter. Meaning of this x greater than or equal to 9 means in this equal to and greater than 9 is there, equal to 9 or more than 9. Okay, equal to 9 and more than 9 together we write as x greater than or equal to 9, means the minimum length of x should be 9 centimeter. We written that in a sentence like this. Okay, next problem, a man wants to cut 3 lengths from a single piece of a board of length 91 centimeter. The second length is to be 3 centimeter longer than the shortest, and the third length is to be twice as long as the shortest. What are the possible lengths of the shortest board if the third piece is to be at least 5 centimeter longer than the second? Okay, so man he cuts one single piece of a board of length 91 centimeter into 3 pieces. Okay, 3 lengths, and how that 3 lengths you are given that like this. The second length is to be 3 centimeter longer than the shortest, and the third length is to be twice as long as the shortest. You have to find what are the possible lengths of the shortest board if the third piece is to be 5 centimeter, sorry, at least 5 centimeter longer than the second. Okay, so there will be 3 pieces. We take the shortest one as a x. Okay, so you start like this. Let the shortest length be x. Okay, and next what you are given, the second length, how that is? Second length how that should be? Second length is to be 3 centimeter longer than the shortest. Okay, shortest is x 3 centimeter longer than means plus 3. Okay, 3 centimeter longer than the shortest means x plus 3. What is that x plus 3? That is the second length. Second length is to be 3 centimeter longer than, longer means you have to use plus, longer than the shortest one, x plus 3. And the third length, how the third length should be? Third length, and the third length is to be twice. Twice means 2 times. Twice what? Twice as long as the shortest. Twice as long as the shortest means we take a shortest as x. Twice as long as the shortest means 2x. Okay, that is the third length. And what are the possible lengths of the shortest board? What are the possible values of x such that the third piece? What is the third piece? Third piece we are given that third piece should be, how third piece is to be at least means greater than or equal to at least 5 centimeter longer than, means 5 plus 5 centimeter longer than the second. What is the second? Second is x plus 3. Okay, so third piece should be at least greater than or equal to 5 centimeter longer, means plus longer than the second. Second one is x plus 3. Okay, that should satisfy this one. What is the third piece? Third piece means third length. Third length should be 2x, that is greater than or equal to, I will simplify this, 5 plus 3, that is 8, 8 plus x. Okay, and you take this one on the left side. So then what we get? 2x already there on the left. With that x we shift to this side as a minus x, and greater than or equal to 8. 2x minus x, what is that? X, that is greater than or equal to 8. So this is one condition for the shortest length, shortest piece. And one more thing you have to observe. Okay, man wants to cut a single piece of a board of how much length? 91 centimeter. And these are the 3 lengths. Okay, what should be the total of these 3 lengths? We are not given that 3 lengths total should be exactly equal to 91. That may be exactly equal to 91 or less than 91. More than that we cannot take. Why? Because you have only this much length single board. Okay, 91 centimeter single board you have. Using that much only you have to cut that into 3 pieces like this. Okay, so total of these 3 pieces should not exceed 91 centimeter. Should not exceed 91 centimeter means you have to use which symbol? Less than or equal to. Less than 91 you can use, or exactly equal to 91 you can use, but more than 91 you cannot use. Okay, so this is one more condition. That condition you cannot see in a sentence form, but that you have to grasp by reading the question. Okay, and total of 3 pieces should be how? That should be less than or equal to 91. Okay, and total of 3 pieces means x plus second length, x plus 3, and third length, that is 2x. That total should be less than or equal to 91. Okay, you cannot use more than 91. So for that reason you have to use less than or equal to symbol here. X plus x, 2x, 2x plus 2x, that is 4x. Then plus 3, that is less than or equal to 91. And keep only x term on the left, 4x, that is less than or equal to 91, plus 3 you send another side as a minus 3. Okay, so what we left with the 4x and less than or equal to symbol as it is 91 minus 3, that is how much? That is 88. Okay, and keep only x on the left, less than or equal to 88 into 4, send another side as by 4. 4 ones 4 how many times? 4 22 times. So x is less than or equal to 22. Okay, and this inequality x greater than or equal to 8 I'll write in another way, okay, or I'll write this inequality in another way. 8 I'll write on left side, x I'll write on right side, okay. And 8 side, which side of the symbol is there? Lesser side of the symbol is there, right? So less than or equal to, okay. You can write this inequality in this way also, okay. I'll name this inequality as 1 and this inequality as 2. So we combine that 2 together, inequality 1 and inequality 2. Combining that, what we get? Therefore, from 1 and 2, what we can write? In 1 you have 8 that is less than or equal to x, but that x is less than or equal to what? Less than or equal to 22. So meaning of this inequality that is that shortest length should be less than or equal to 22 and greater than or equal to 8. So these are the possible lengths of the shortest piece, okay. Shortest piece we taken as x, that should be less than or equal to 22, greater than or equal to 8, okay. Greater than or equal to 8 and less than or equal to 22, you can take any value for x. So this is the answer, okay. So therefore possible lengths of the, I'll write here, possible lengths of the shortest board is less than 22 but greater than 8. Greater than 8 and less than 22, you can take any value for x, okay. Thank you.
Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.